Welcome back explorers, my name is Packer and welcome back to another Pokemon video. In today's video I'll be creating Pokemon based off characters from the anime My Hero Academia again. I hope you enjoy, so without further ado, let's get into this video. For my first Pokemon, I'll be basing it off the villain called Twice, also known as Jin Babai Gawara. His quirk allows himself to clone himself seemingly infinitely. This however takes quite a huge mental toll on him, as all his clones eventually don't get along with each other and start unaliving one another, having to kill many copies of himself as well as forgetting whether or not he is the original Twice would take its toll on anyone. So to incorporate his quirk into his design, I'll make him two bacteria cells that are almost done dividing. I'll give it two heads, one happy and one sad, just like the theatrical faces. Each head is propped up by chromosomes that they use to walk on as legs. They are mostly encased in a translucent bacterium body. And finally, I'll give this pair a couple of tentacles each. Now, introducing Moltwice, the self-cloning Pokemon. A dark psychic type with the abilities Co-Star, a new ability called Double Trouble, which doubles the amount of hits of multi-hit moves. Moltwice might be small, but it packs a punch. It's advised for only experienced trainers to look after this Pokemon, due to it being emotionally unstable. It is known to gather in groups quickly, but disperse just as fast when they get sick of each other. This Pokemon is very interesting design-wise, and I think it perfectly encapsulates Twice's personality. What do you think? Now, for my second Pokemon. I'll be basing it off of the hero from Class 1A, Red Riot, also known as Ijiro Kirishima. His quirk allows him to harden his skin to become jagged and hard like rock. His costume contains a black brace around his head, cogs around his shoulder and red rags that hang down from his waist. He also has red hair and red eyes. The animal I'll base this design on is the rhinoceros beetle, while also containing attributes of a spirit from Japanese mythology. It will be bipedal with a boulder for a torso. I'll give it a head brace from its costume with the addition of a prominent beetle horn. Its exoskeleton on its arm is only partially covering to look like shielding strapped around with more braces. Now, introducing Shiwadu, the riot Pokemon from Shimigami, Japanese for Death Spirit, Iwa meaning rock in Japanese, and Budu meaning also Japanese for riot. It has the abilities Intimidate, Guts, and new hidden ability Skin Armor, which raises defense and special defense by one stage if hit with a super effective move. Shiwadu are relentless Pokemon that train in honing their defense. They do this in solitude away from people and Pokemon, but if they come across another Shiwadu, they will battle for each other's respect. If successful, they will begin a lifelong partnership and take their strength to new heights. Its design was very fun to create. I could see it being a fan favourite for sure. Now, for my third Pokemon. I'll be basing it off of the hero from Class 1A, Great Explosion Murder God Dynamite, also known as Katsuki Bakugo. Bakugo's quirk is causing explosions with the palms of his hands that are fueled by nitroglycerin, which he sweats. His hero costume contains a hoodie with cargo pants with harnesses and, as well as knee pads and boots, he also wears gauntlets shaped like grenades. His main colours are orange, black and green. He has a very angry personality and enjoys taking down his enemies. For his design base, I'll give him the lion, as I think it will reflect his personality best. I'll make his mane sharp like his haircut and give it locked on eyes as well as a toothed grin. On its nose and tail, a grenade is located. I made its paws look gloved and gave it shin pads on its back legs. And finally, a harness on its torso. Now, introducing Bomuba, the explosive Pokemon, from Bomu meaning bomb in Swahili and Simba, which means lion, also in Swahili. A fighting electric type with the abilities Intimidate, Anger Point, and new hidden ability Second Charge, which doubles the power of explosion and self-destruct. Bomuba are not social butterflies by any stretch of the imagination. It is known to be one of the most aggressive Pokemon ever, being set off by any inconvenience. But in a crisis, it will step up to save Pokemon alike. This Pokemon captures the essence of Bakugo very well. I made it look strong and powerful, but friendly enough that you'd want it to be your friend, which is the rule when creating Pokemon. Now, onto my fourth and final Pokemon. I'll be basing it off of the hero from Class 1A, the Tentacle Hero, also known as Mezo Shoji. His quirk, called Duplicate Arms, gives him a set of 4 tentacles that he can transform the ends of into eyes and ears, which are better at gathering sensory information than his original eyes and ears. His costume is fairly basic, being a sleeveless vest which covers the lower part of his face, and he also has a belt with an eye on it. His colour palette consists of a dark purple and light blue. So for this design, as he has 8 limbs, I'll make him a bipedal octopus with 4 legs instead of 6 arms, which will balance out his design. To make this design even more interesting, I'll give him 1 eye, like a Cyclops, because he covers up one of his eyes with his haircut. His tentacles span outwards with a membrane in between which contains a ear canal. It will have ridges on this membrane and head like that of a ear, as well as a belt pattern on its torso. And finally, a blue, pink and purple colour will be added. Introducing Ocalite, the Infinite Senses Pokemon, from Octopus, Cyclops and Satellite, a pure psychic type with the abilities Telepathy, Anticipation and Unseen Fists. Ocalite can use their biology to detect anything on any plane of reality. Its psychic ability allows it to monitor up to a 5-mile range. That is why this Pokemon is sought after as the ultimate security system. It was challenging to design a Pokemon based off of this character, so let me know how I did by commenting, and while you're at it, why don't you like and subscribe, as it helps me out a lot. Thank you for watching, and farewell for now.